are back on the Spin Room. Thanks for sticking around. It looks like we're getting close to the moment where we will finally see the Mueller report, or will we? There are growing demands for special counsel Robert Mueller's final report to be made public, and some lawmakers are threatening to call Mueller to Capitol Hill if that is not the case.
Well, we will obviously subpoena the report. We will bring Bob Mueller in to testify before Congress. We will take it to court if necessary. And in the end, I think the department understands they're going to have to make this public.
Are you prepared to take the administration to court?
Absolutely. We are going to get to the bottom of this. We are going to share this information with the public. And if the president is serious about all of his claims of exoneration, then he should welcome the publication of this report.
And joining me now are founder of the #WalkAway campaign, Brandon Straka, and former Obama White House official, Elena Beverly. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Elena, I want to start with you. Why should Barr make this report public if the regulation clearly states that the special counsel's report should be confidential?
Well, he should make, so the special counsel's report is confidential, but Bob Barr is able to summarize the report and send that to Congress. And he should do it because the public has the right to know, has the right to get to the bottom of all of the corruption that has gone on as part of this administration, beginning back before Trump took office during the campaign. So we know that as a result of Robert Mueller's investigations, 32 people have been investigated or indicted. Members of Trump's inner circle have been indicted. The only reason why impeachment articles have not been introduced was right following the midterm elections was because members of Congress and the public were waiting for the Mueller report. In order to prove that there is no wrongdoing on Trump's part, it's incumbent upon Bob Barr to actually provide that report to Congress and to the American people.
Yeah, Brandon, you know, there seems to be this intense feeling that the public needs to know, has the right to know what this report has found. Doesn't that override any other consideration?
Well, I think that I don't know that it overrides any other consideration, but I can tell you that as a conservative myself, as a Trump supporter myself, I would like to see the information in that report. I think that most Americans would like to see the information in that report. I think that people on the Trump side have been very anxious for this to be revealed, probably more anxious than most people on the liberal Democrat side, because finally, after years and years and years and wasted money, we're going to be vindicated. There's never been any evidence up until this point of collusion, and I think it's very funny what our other guest Elena just said about the only reason why articles of impeachment have not been filed up until this point. That in itself says so much. The Democrats have been ready to impeach this president from the moment that he was elected. There's no evidence of collusion. There will be no evidence of collusion, but they still want to impeach. They want to impeach. They want to impeach. So listen, I'm happy to have the evidence in that report, whatever evidence that may be, revealed to the public. I would love to see it. I think we all would.
Well, we're also going to find out more about President Trump's business dealings as well. So later on this week, we're going to have Michael Cohen, his chief lawyer and fixer, testify before 3 congressional hearings to demonstrate that Trump has been, even if he falls short of collusion, that there have been business dealings with Russia and that he lied to the American public about it. So, you know, we will find I believe that the report should be made public. The Mueller report should be made public. But it may, you know, it may exonerate him.
That
would be great.
Lies?
But no matter what, then the public deserves to know.
But what are the lies? What are the lies that you're willing to go on record today?
The lies are specific. Okay, specifically that that Trump had no dealings with Russia, that he had no dealings, that he said of himself that he had not had any contact or communication with Russia, and Michael Cohen has stated over and over again
he has business dealings around the world.
Yes, but well into the campaign season, which is a violation. the violation of campaign finance law and
this is
conflict
so
of
Okay, wait,
interest.
Brandon, let Elena finish.
This is so desperate.
No, conflicts of interest. It's not desperate.
Aren't you embarrassed?
Okay, I just
I'm embarrassed by Donald Trump.
Brandon, I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to ask you to wait, and let's just let Elena finish her sentence, and then I'll let you react. Okay, Elena, go ahead.
Sure.
No, what we have is a president who has, during his campaign season and while he's in office, continued to operate as though there's no concern for ethics or conflicts of interest. That he has been functionally in bed with Vladimir Putin and Russia in order to, and what we've learned throughout this investigative process is that he had business with Russia in order to build his Trump Tower in Moscow in times when he further into the campaign than he was willing to admit.
Okay, Brandon, go ahead.
I don't know what I could possibly say in regard to that. Of course, he's an international businessman. He always, I mean, I think he has dealings in probably just about every country around the globe. This started out as an investigation into collusion with Russia. The charge was that Donald Trump colluded with Russia and Putin to sway the outcome of the 2016 election. The idea was that we will find out more about that based on
the Mueller report.
You should be so embarrassed at this point to be sticking with this story. You have cost the American people $30 million and 2 years worth of division based off of nothing, absolutely nothing. This is a lie. It's been a lie since the beginning. And at this point, you should be completely embarrassed to be sticking with this story.
Okay, Elena,
but go ahead, do it.
Elena, wait.
And Mueller will vindicate.
Okay, Elena, I want to ask you. You mentioned Michael Cohen in his testimony this week before Congress. How much of it can be taken seriously when Cohen has admitted to being a liar?
Well, but so he has nothing to lose at this point. He has only some issues to gain by telling the truth, and he was waiting. I personally believe that he was trying to get a pardon and recognizing that he's not getting a pardon. He's willing to leave it all on the line, right? He's willing to put it all on the line and tell the whole truth. And we will have 3 congressional committees where he's testifying under oath, providing an opportunity for him to have a full vetting. So we have him in front of the House Oversight Committee on Wednesday, and there it'll be an open hearing for the American public to also have a chance to see whether or not they find him credible.
Brandon, what do you think? Is he credible, and do you think we're going to hear some explosive testimony this week?
No, I don't think Michael Cohen is credible. I don't think that. I think we can all agree that Michael Cohen is not credible. But at the end of the day, again, evidence of indictments is not evidence of collusion, I suppose is the best way you can say it. Of course, there are indictments, but none of the indictments trace back to the original point of this investigation to begin with. Basically, what has happened is there's a lot of processing charges that have happened, or a lot of discovery that's taken place of dealings which have no connection to the president himself or anything to do with his campaign or anything to do with his election. Yes, I agree. Michael Cohen is not a credible person. I think he's probably not a decent person. No argument.
Okay, Elena, last response to you, 30 seconds.
So you're going to suggest that the payment of hush money to women who Trump tried to silence as part of his campaign to inure to the benefit of Trump at the time, that is not a potential criminal violation or violation of campaign finance law? All of that is the basis for what got him into office in the first place.
Stick with Stormy Daniels. Great strategy. That's a winning strategy for you guys.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Stick with a person who got to the presidency through what practices. I mean, I don't even understand. You should be embarrassed in the defense of him.
Elena Beverly and Brandon Straka, thank you very much for coming on the Spin. It's all the time we have. I could talk to you guys forever. Thanks a lot for coming on, guys. Stay with us. When we come back, Democratic contender for the Oval Office.